weekend as the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ices on the mic, energy, it's pure delight. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse that's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. The CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more. Tune it in and feel the thrill. Strawberry ice, he's giving chills. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's pure delight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice on this Bengals Black Monday. I'm your host, Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, live from the Ice Cave for once on this snowy, very, very, very snowy Monday afternoon. Like I said, it's Black Bengals Monday, or Bengals Black Monday, however you want to put it. The Bengals have fired Lou Dini. They fired Frank Pollock, they fired James Bocce, and they fired Marion Hobby. These are all not completely surprising to me. I thought maybe the way the defense had played the last, since the 4-8 start, that maybe these guys, they might have done enough to save their jobs. But I look at it as a good thing. This season is not good enough for the Bengals. My opinion on Lou, the downfall of Lou, is he wasn't able to get to develop the young guys. And that's what we need on this team, is we need a guy who's going to be able to get the most out of Miles Murphy, our number one pick last year. Get Jordan Battle out there, sooner than when we're 4-8. Let these younger guys play and develop. And I'm going to give credit to Charlie Goldschmidt, who said this last night on Fox 19. And I believe it even more now with what the Bengals have done today. I believe they're going to do their damnedest to try to sign T. Higgins. With that being said, you sign T. Higgins, you sign Jamar Chase, all your money's going to three guys. I do think they needed to extend Trey Hendrickson. But with that being said, what that means is you need a defensive staff who can make a cheap, young defense good. We can't always keep going into free agency and signing guys. Because, look, Lou signed off on signing Mike Scott. He signed off on signing Geno Stone. And yes, Geno Stone got better, but it wasn't good enough. We were 4-8. We went all the way to 4-8, then we won the last 5, which was great. I mean, it's awesome that the players played for Lou, and they played for Zach. I mean, they love these guys. So it's not a deterrent. They didn't lose the team. Like, for what everybody kept saying, that Zach's losing the team, losing the locker room, none of that happened. They didn't lose. They did not play good enough. Lou did not do a good enough job of developing guys. And look, I know keeping Jesse Bates I would have rather kept him. They made a huge mistake in letting DJ Reader go. I said that from the get-go. But with that being said, you're the defensive coordinator. You've got to be able to develop the draft, and they've drafted guys on defense. Dax Hill, number 1 pick. Miles Murphy, number 1 pick. That's back-to-back number 1 picks that we really haven't got a whole lot out. Dax Hill was supposed to replace Jesse Bates. That didn't work. Miles Murphy was supposed to replace Sam Hubbard. He's gotten better, but he's not the defensive juggernaut that we need him to be as a first-round pick. I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm just saying they didn't get enough out of him. That, to me, moving forward, is what has got to happen for this team. You need a defensive coaching staff that has a defense that they can pick up quicker, because it takes a long time to pick up loose defense. If you look at remember the first year that Jesse Bates was the safety for the Bengals, our safety play was terrible when Lou was there. It took him a year or two to figure it out. Once he figured it out, he played great. They need a guy who could take young guys, get them in, show them what's going on, and develop and have them make impacts. You can't keep drafting first-round picks. Now, look, you could say that Duke Tobin should have done a better job of drafting. I agree with that. I think all around, across the board, it needs to be better. But when you are the defense coordinator, you've got to be able to get something out. These guys are first-round picks. They would have been first-round picks for somebody. But the Bengals drafted them, and you got to be able to get something out of them. That, to me, is the downfall of Lou. And once he started playing the young guys, when we were 4-8, when he had to, the defense started playing better. I mean, that's just the way it looks there. So, Frank Pollock, let's get to him. And I like Frank Pollock, but again, you have a third-round pick in Cordell Wilson, and you signed off on having him as your starting left guard. Again, it's a big ask, but that's what you're asked to do, is to develop these guys. He did not make the jump. He did not progress. He got worse. When these guys go backwards, that's on the coaching staff. And most of the problems with this team has been the offensive line and the defense all year. And that's where guys weren't getting better. And when you're a coach, you got to help the guys get better. And that has been the problem. Now, again, I think this means the Bengals, I don't know if they're going to sign T or not, but to me it's looking in that direction, that they are going to try to sign him. And T wants to be here. Look, when Joe Burrow, everything changed when Joe Burrow, after that Dallas game, when Joe Burrow came out and said he wants T's a key part to this team, and then T fired his agent, got the same one as Jamar. To me, that's an olive branch to the Bengals saying, hey, I want to be here. I got a guy that hopefully you can work with. Now, Jamar hasn't signed yet either. Jamar's issues, I think, are different than T's. Jamar's, I think, is guaranteed money, which T deserves. He's a Triple Crown winner. Jamar deserves. He's a Triple Crown winner. He deserves it. T, on the other hand, is going to have, in my opinion, escalators, things to hit, because, again, I hate to say it, he didn't finish the game. He is injury prone. He's an awesome player. I love T. I want to keep him. The contracts between what T is going to negotiate and what Jamar is going to negotiate are two different ones. Hopefully, they get them done early and often, quickly, and hopefully they get this defense coordinator and offensive line coach figured out. And the other thing with the offensive line coach, and I'll take this from James Rapine, I kind of agree with him. I think the run game was better this year. I think that was mostly because of Chase Brown fit this offense better than Joe Mixon did. The run game still isn't where we need it. We're going to throw the ball a lot. I mean, that's just the way this offense is. Joe Burrow wants to throw the ball, and sometimes he's going to be like, screw it, we're not running the ball. I'm showing a shotgun. We're going to throw it. We got to figure out how to get a somewhat consistent running game to fit with this offense, to mesh with it somehow. I don't know who that is, but that just seems like it's just not fluent, if I can talk. We'll see. All right, let's see. You guys are blowing the chat up. I love it. Let's go to the top here. Mike Madden. He said, proud of the team. I knew the Chiefs wouldn't help. Okay, I do want to talk about that. Now, we are going to talk about this at 5:30. Me and Cap will definitely be on. I'm hoping Corey will be on, but I'm not sure. The Chiefs, for the love of God, at least show up. I mean, they did. I mean, look, Joe Damon did an interview with Zach Taylor, and Joe was like, if you had a chance to keep Patrick Mahomes out, in Joe's opinion, they wouldn't try either. And Zach was like, well, they're NFL players, they're going to try. Which I agree with Zach. They're NFL players, they're going to try. Pfft, they did not try at all. At all. And you cannot tell me their secondary players are that bad. Because they've played. The Chiefs have had injuries. It was all they might as well not even play the game. It was very disappointing. And look, I had a feeling it was going to come down to that. We needed 7 things to go right. 6 of them went right. Do you know how just crazy that is right there? We had 6 out of 7 things to go our way. Now, looking back at the season, if you don't lose to New England, you don't lose a lot of these one-score games. We're not in this predicament. And a lot of those losses fall on the defense. Not all of them. I mean, we had a fumble. The offense didn't score a couple times. Ed McPherson, Money Mac missed a couple field goals there in L.A. I mean, there's other factors, but most of it was the defense. That's why I think they made the change. Let's see here. Natty. What's up, Natty? I believe they both take a hit on defense. Just keep the offensive core together. And that's what I think they're going to do because we know what this offense can do. Zach's got it rolling. Joe's got it rolling. Jamar's got it rolling. T's got it rolling. Chase has got it rolling. You do have to fix the interior line. That's got to get better. Our tackles, I think, are good, and our center is fine. It's the guards. You got to fix our guard play, which also could come from better offensive line coaching, a better offensive line scheme, something like that. Let's see here. Wing, what's up? Yes, they will keep him. Higgy forever. I agree. I hope so. Anton, what's up? Houday, what's up, Jeff? Excited for next year and it changes. Glad Pollock is gone. And that's the thing, people. Look, they made changes. To me, this is a good sign for the organization that this isn't good enough. This year was not good enough. We have a Super Bowl expectation every year. That's what Jackpot Joey did. He changed the narrative. If we don't compete for a Super Bowl every year, it's a failure. It is. And that's where I think this moves says that the organization is like that. Now, they got to draft better, and they got to get better people in here, but they also got to have guys who can develop. They have to develop the young guys. They have to. They're not going to have enough. You can't keep going out and signing free agents. You're not going to have enough money, especially if you're signing T and you're signing Jamar. It's just the way it is. And hopefully extending Trey Henderson. I still would extend him. For me, I'm extending Trey. I'm keeping BJ. Stone, I'm trying to rework his contract because I'm not completely against him, but I want another guy in the room. Jordan Battle, definitely keeping him. Rankins, sorry, love you. I don't know what's going on with you. I hope everything is okay, but you were a bust this year. We need to get rid of him. Sam, I love Sam Hubbard. I do. If you keep him, you pay him a lot less, and he is not a starter. He is a guy a leader in the locker room that I think is hard to lose because I think that's where they lost a lot in DJ Reader. Now, I love Sam, but if it was me, I'd rather have DJ than Sam, but that's not an option. So I could see them bringing Sam back at a lower rate and not as a starter. Joshua Osai, I would bring him back, rotational piece. Cam Sample, I would bring him back because it's not going to cost a lot, I don't think, to keep him. He was injured all of year. So we'll see what happens here. Wing, they gave him some different incentives. Did you notice the potential changes with Paycor to help his assistants in the effort? You mean, are you talking who they gave who incentives? That's I'm not sure who they give the incentives to there. What you're talking about, Joe or Zach or what? Fro, what's up? When the O-line coach is calling the running game coordinator is conducive to our shotgun style of offense. When the O-line coach is calling the running game coordinator, is that conducive to our shotgun? That's a good question. And I don't know. See, the thing, I'll put it to you this way. That and Fro, you might have figured out what coach I've been trying to add. Because remember, we added a passing game coordinator. Maybe you just hire a offensive line coach and you actually hire a running game coordinator, and they work together. Because we have a passing coordinator and we have an offensive coordinator. So maybe now you go with a running game coordinator and an offensive line coach. That might be the way to go. Wing. And Sam Hubbard will be giving a pay cut option to free up money. Oh, he's going to have to. I mean, I don't see them. Like I said, I love Sam. I do. I want him to stay. I just want him to stay cheaper. Let's see, you guys are blowing it up. I love it here. John. Who Dey? We picked number 17 in the draft. Who do you think we're going to pick? I have no idea at this time. This season just ended yesterday. I have no clue. And do you think we will try to go after Myles Garrett and trade? Okay, my son has brought this up. One, Myles Garrett is under contract, as far as I know, with the Browns, and there is no freaking way the Browns are trading us Myles Garrett. I would love it. Absolutely love it. But as far as I know, Myles is under contract, and there's no way the Browns are trading him to us. So, let's see here. Oh, yes, I agree. Keep Mike as the tight end. Yes, I agree with that for sure. Definitely. Anton, if we let T, I think, go, then we have a big need of wide receiver along with D. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like Joe said, don't let great players out the building. And like I was talking to Matty Myers about this earlier this morning. Did the Chiefs spend a ton of money on defense? I mean, I'm kind of asking. I don't know. I know they spent a lot on Chris Jones, but beyond that, I don't think they have big money on their defense. I mean, I'm sure they paid somebody, but that's the thing. It's like the Chiefs have spent their money on Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones. Those are the three big money guys that I know of. Unless I'm wrong, you guys could tell me. And that's where the Bengals are. You've got, and Spags develops guys. I mean, Cook from UC, he was their starting safety last year. Rookie, played great. Starting safety. And I can't remember if Cook was drafted or not. I think he was drafted. The one from went to Minnesota wasn't drafted. But anyway, that's what we need. You spend 2 first-round picks on your defensive side of the ball. These guys need to be impact players. They got to be in. And now you can say we shouldn't have drafted them, whatever. They drafted them. The coaching staff has got to be able to coach them up to be able to make an impact. Dax Hill, I think, has found a spot at cornerback, but the problem is we drafted him for safety. That's the issue. Now, you can say it was a bad draft. They should have never drafted him. I'm not saying you're wrong at all, but I'm just saying you got to be able to get something out of these guys, and that's 2 first-round picks that we really haven't gotten a whole lot of out of. You got to blow this up here. Let's see here. Maddie says, go find a vet quarterback. I wouldn't be against that. And the thing is, to me, like, people call me crazy, but the quarterback room, I don't think is awful. I do agree with you. Go find a vet. That would be nice. But, I mean, Newton played well. DJ Turner played well. I mean, Cam started coming back around playing good. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a shutdown corner, but I don't think we necessarily need one. If you get, like I've said over and over and over again, if you get consistent pressure on that quarterback, it makes your secondary a hell of a lot better. Trey Henderson did a Herculean effort on Saturday. 2.5 sacks, 3.5 sacks, whatever it was. You can't expect Trey to do that every single year. You can't. I mean, what he did this year was ridiculous. And I saw you can't expect Joe and Jamar to do what they did this year. Not to the level they did. They're going to be great. Don't get me wrong. But record setting, I mean, we had the leading passer, we had the Triple Crown winner and wide receiver, and we had the guy with the most sacks on the same team, and we didn't make the playoffs. That is the first time that has ever happened in NFL history. That should never, ever happen. If you have all three of those guys, you should make the playoffs. Like every time that's happened, they've made the playoffs. This is the first year it hasn't happened. So let's see here. Mike Madden. What's going to happen to Burton? Do you cut him or try and help him? I try and help him for sure because I've met the kid and he was at Bengals now and he was the nicest guy. I mean, he stayed and signed everybody's autograph. He was so cordial and just a fun dude. I personally like him for the hour I got to spend with him. But with a Super Bowl team, you can't afford to have guys not show up to practice or whatever is going on with them. Because I don't exactly know. There's lots of different things out there. And I am not going to sit there and rip the kid. He's a young kid. He's screwing up. Trust me, when I was in my 20s, it wouldn't have been good. I did a lot of dumb crap back when I was in my 20s too. I would like to think if I was an NFL wide receiver, I would have got my stuff together. But it's easier said than done. I'm not him. I want them to help him, but I don't necessarily know if I want him on this team next year. I don't know if we can afford to have him on this team next year. We got to have guys that are all locked in for one goal, and that's the Super Bowl. So if that's a kind of jumping around the answer, I hope it's not, but I want to help him, but I don't necessarily want him on the team, if that makes sense. Let's see. Who do you want as our new defensive coordinator? I'm not really sure. Salva, the former Jets coach, would be good. He's the first one that pops in my head. Mike Vrabel, if he doesn't go get the New England job. I don't know. Like I said, I almost want... what I'd really like would be a young, upcoming guy, that's hungry, that wants to make a name for himself, that wants to, like Pitcher. Dan Pitcher, a young, hungry guy. I would not be surprised if he gets talked about with some head coaching jobs. Pitcher's not going to be here very long. I will guarantee you that. Somebody's going to poach him from us the way this offense is clicking. But that's kind of where I'm at. I don't necessarily know if I want an established guy. It wouldn't be bad, but I kind of want. I'd be okay with somebody I've never heard of. Somebody who is hungry and wants to make a name for himself but he has to have a defense that he can develop young. The biggest thing is develop young players and have an easy system to learn and to put in place that's effective. And we don't need to be a number one defense. We just got to be middle of the road, And that's what I keep saying. I mean, when Lou had us clicking in 2021, we were still weren't a great defense. We were a middle of the road defense. We were a very opportunistic defense, and that's good when it works. But when it doesn't work and the ball doesn't bounce your way, you have seasons like this. Because at the beginning of the year, nothing was bouncing our way. For some reason, once the block punt happened in Dallas and the ball bounced our way, lots of things changed. Now, in the Steelers game Saturday night, when who was it? Was DJ Turner? I can't remember who his foot hit the ball. I'm like, oh my goodness. That's gonna get us. That's gonna come back on us because of the Dallas game, but it didn't. The defense stepped up and made plays. But that's kind of where I'm at as far as the defense goes. And the offensive line coach, it's got to be somebody that can work with Zach and pitch his offense. That's where I think you have a offensive line coach and you have a running game coordinator. I think you separate those two. DJ Ivey, thank you for, it was DJ Ivey. That's who it was. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I said DJ something. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, that's kind of where I think I want him. Let's see here. Max Crosby. I would love to get Max Crosby if he's available. He's on the contract. I was saying that at the trade deadline when the Raiders were trading people. So we'll see. Who Dey Tony, what's up? Wing, talk about Burton cannot mature enough, and the off-field stuff is overshadowing any talent he. Yeah, exactly. Because I think he could be a hell of a wide receiver, but we can't put up with all this stuff. We just can't. I hate to say it. Somebody put something on there. Natty. Hold on, let me get the Sean's here. Sean, when the Broncos played the Bills and Denver gets smoke, we'll have my reservation about the NFL being rigged in favor of the coach of the Chiefs. When the Broncos play the Bills, well, I'll be rooting like crazy for Denver because I hate Kansas City even more for just not even like I put stuff out there like I can't believe you guys didn't even show up, and some Chiefs fans are like, what are we supposed to do? I'm like, you got beat 38-0. Zero donut. You got nothing. You couldn't score at all. Nothing. At least try to be competitive. I mean, that just. I don't know if it's rigged. That just can't. That just can't say not giving two craps. And like Jeremy Roush said, it could be they didn't want the Bengals in, and they had a chance. And ineffectively, they've ended our season the last 3 years, which sucks. They beat us in the AFC Championship game in 22 that I went to. They knocked us out the last game last year, and they lost this year to knock us out. So I hate the Chiefs. Let's see here. Natty Ron did the D coach from the Colorado Buffaloes? That is I can't remember his name. Yes, he is somebody that we might be considering. Like I said, I have no idea. I haven't heard a list. We got ways to go. We'll see. John, I think Vrabel could be a head coach. I think Vrabel is honestly going to be the coach of the New England Patriots because I was kind of surprised that they fired their coach after 1 year. I know it wasn't a very good year. I wish he would have just lost one more game, to us at the beginning of the year. We'd be in the freaking, playoffs. But we'll see. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, exactly. A good but not a good bend but don't break defense. Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need. Let's see here. Zach. Wow, Zach made the decision to let Lou go. Wow. They had to. I mean, I kind of look. Like I said, it's a move that had to happen because the defense last 2 years hasn't been good. It's not just a this year thing. The defense stunk last year. You can't keep doing the same thing. And we've said this over and over again. It's not the offense. The offense is playing awesome. And I said this at the beginning of the year. I honestly think losing Tyler Boyd with his addition by subtraction, that freed up them to move Jamar Chase everywhere. And they did. And Jamar Chase had his best year ever. So the offense got more creative. I think, you could call it because they had to, or you could say it's because pitcher was in there too. However you want to look at it, the offense got even better. The defense got worse. The guys were not developing. And when you have a number one pick in Miles, I keep going back to Miles Murphy because I think he can be an impact player for us. When he's in his second year and he's not developed he didn't make a jump this year. He's still a good player. I'm not saying he's a bust or anything. They did not develop him. That falls on Marion Hobby. That falls on Lou Anarumo. That falls on them. It does. You have a number one pick. By year two, he should be making an impact, and he wasn't. They wanted to draft him. They drafted him. You got to make him make him better. That falls on you. Let's see here. Calvin. Who Dey, what's up? Listen to the press conference on right now. Well, I have to make sure I check that out once I'm off of here. Let's see here. Let's go here. One more thing here. I think I'll probably get out of here. John, you think Tyreek Hill would take less money to come to Cincinnati if we gave him up a few draft picks for him? Why would we get Tyreek Hill if we're going to sign T. Higgins? And no, I would not give up any draft. I wouldn't do that at all. I don't even want to do that, to be honest. I mean, why? We need defense. If you sign T and you sign Jamar, you don't need Tyreek. I mean, you don't. You need defense. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Yeah, go elsewhere. Let's see, Esther. T Hill would be a distraction. I don't agree with. Sorry, John. None of us agree with that. We don't need him. I mean, we need defense. And the thing is, I'll end it with this and make sure you guys join us live today at 5:30. It'll be me, Cap, hopefully Corey. I think Corey's be on. But I'll end it with this. The Bengals need to find a defense coordinator who can develop young players. Lou is good with veteran players. Lou will get another job. I'm not worried about it. Lou's a great dude. I love Lou. I do. That's why I quit calling him the nickname I called him the first couple years, which I said I wouldn't call him that anymore, so I'm not. But Lou is awesome. Lou will get another job. Marion Hobby is they're great guys. Frank Pollock's a nice guy. It just didn't work here. It was time to change. Something had to change. You can't keep going through the same thing we did the last 2 years. Our defense has been awful the last 2 years. Our offensive line has been okay, not great. We need guys who can develop the players that we're drafting. We need to draft better players, but the ones they do draft, the coaching staff has got to develop them. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back live again at 5:30. We'll have me, Cap, and hopefully Corey. But shout out to my sponsors on the show. We got Priority Lawn and Landscaping. They are out there working their butt off today on this snowy day. So if you want somebody to come out and clean your driveway off, got a business, a house, anything like that, give Priority Lawn and Landscaping. They are out there plowing away. Also, shout out to Midwest Best Barbecue and Creamery right there on 275 Ward's Corner Avenue. Tell Tim Nicole Ice sent you. Also, show's brought to you by Meyer Windows and Doors. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. Also, Hail Mary is your ticket to the game right there in the heart of Westside in Chivwa. Make sure you check it out. Now, we are going to be doing the live show at Moorline again. Not this Tuesday, not tomorrow because of the snow. Moorline House is closed today. They are going to be getting back opened up again. They'll be opening up tomorrow. So we're not doing the show tomorrow. I think the show is going to be next Tuesday. I will be doing a live show here from the Ice Cave, and hopefully the boys will be joining me. So we'll be doing that show. I just won't be at Moorline. So hopefully it'll be back there next Tuesday. I will give you updates as soon as I know. Other than that, I'll see you guys live at 5:30. Throw it up. This is a good thing. The Bengals are not sitting still. This year was not good enough. Remember that. We expect to win a Super Bowl, or at least compete for a Super Bowl every year. That's where we're at. That's what these moves say to me. That's your sports, baby. See ya!
Weekend as the city roars. Tune in loud, turn up some more. Cincinnati show, it's time to play. Sports with strawberry ice today. 5:30 sharp, don't be late. TTV, the sports awaits. Strawberry ice, he's on the mic, energy, it's good light. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse, it's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Every touchdown, every goal. Feel the pulse that's in your soul. Cincinnati heartbeats strong. Strawberry ice will lead the throng. Feel the crowd, it's electric now. Shouting loud, they all know how. The CTV got what we crave. Sports with ice, it's waves and waves. Tigers strike and Bengals roar. Every game we want some more.